Wow, that's really big question. For me, it is not, Buddhism is a study for yourself as well as to do, you'll be able to understand. I think for me, if I kind of like personalize it first of all, before I go wider, for myself to understand my own self, Buddhism has so in-depth level that I think just doing a little bit of studies just touches on the surface. So embarking on this basic program, which I've just taken at Jamyang, it has really allowed me to see all my teachings, all the little courses I did in the past. It just touched on the surface level, whereas having an in-depth study level, it's actually allowed me to have a pathway. And I now can see how each step widens your understanding, opens up your like analytically looking at why, or even there is a cycle, but before I wasn't able to tap into every element of it, and now slowly I would say I'm still in a very, very kind of like a bottom step studying. I can already see my pathway slowly building up, and I feel like, okay, I can understand the journey of my study or journey into knowing who I am and how I would like my life to be. And then I can see how I am part of a bigger, my family, bigger society, and how I can play part into that, understanding myself better through the help of Buddhist text, Buddhist philosophy, and Buddhist theories, if you like. I'm still trying to find how the daily meditation practice, it has given me a structure to my day. So begin in the morning, starting my day, it sets my mindset. And also with the help of the study, obviously doing the basic program, we kind of like channel our meditation in particular area or particular topic during that month. I'm finding that has given me a structure. I wouldn't say I'm an accomplished meditator, so I'm still finding my way of what it means to me by analyzing on that particular point, or just calming my mind. I think it's allowing me, those little meditation I'm doing, it's allowing me when something bigger thing happens, I can take a step back and say, okay, maybe this is how I was feeling, or this is how my mind felt. So the daily meditation routine is helping me tangibly on my day-to-day, or also to analyze how my day has gone, or why that big problem, or how I managed to solve that problem without thinking it's me, whereas previously I'd kind of like used to think, oh, the problem is me, rather than why that me is coming up, or I. How does that, the in-depth study is help, correlates between meditation? I guess the unit we study about, say, for example, rebirth. So you study at a kind of like a greater depth about the importance of rebirth, or how rebirth happens, and and then you put that in practice in meditation. It just seems altogether fits in very, very well. So theoretical part, or the question answer, hearing what Geshe-la's insight, explanation of the text, then in meditation, even a small part, I kind of like say, this is why. And particularly the rebirth hit me quite deeply, thinking, my goodness, there are so many people in this planet who may not understand the importance of the rebirth. And if they did, would many of those people, give up on their life so easily? And I felt like the kind of like a greater responsibility of sharing this knowledge, or not just preaching, but being able to share. So I think the study and the meditation go hand in hand. Study part gives me the theoretical background or the anecdotal stories, kind of like to reinforce or understand with examples, and then putting that in practice in meditation go hand in hand. I'm finding it very, very helpful. And I can see how accomplished teachers kind of like see that insight, because their mind is so clear. But yeah, I am at a kind of like a baby step, but trying to kind of like imply that, and I can see the benefits just at a very, very minute level. I have to try very hard to kind of like have the focus to think, and certain topics been easier to think than others. Well, thankfully my children, I think the time has come really well. My children are a little bit more grown up, 18 and 20. So I used to ferry them left, right and center. And so now my time for them in terms of physical time needed with them is less so, but obviously mental time is still, they need my support. Lockdown has helped immensely, because we were part of the time closed and teaching only from home. So that gave me a bit more time. But now I am finding it very challenging. So I have to be very disciplined about going to bed at good time, getting up early, and, I cannot allow my alarm to go to the next level. So 5:30 up, and then have my, 45 minutes of session to contemplate and do my prayers. And really kind of allocating my weekend study time, but again, fitting in with, certain appointments comes up. It is a challenge, but I think when you put your mind to it, it's almost kind of like become a little, what do you call it? Addiction in my mind, that I have to now do it, and that routines maybe, like there is something karmic connection. It's helped me to have that urge, saying like, no, my teaching's coming up, I need to go and do that. And if I for some reason wasn't able to attend, it kind of like it's in my mind, like we've now come back to doing Saturday teaching, and so certain Saturdays, like 2 hours between 10 and 12, I won't be able to attend, and it's like it's in my mind. So it's like good to feel that I guess it's made a really good imprint or good impression in my mind that I'm missing that. Yes, it is a challenge, but I think it is about weighing out how important it is. And for me, the time has really hit it, that it is quite a prime, important time. So I am able to kind of like rejuggle my daily schedule and put that in practice first. For me, 100%. Yes, absolutely. No regret, and no kind of like ifs and buts. I found it so useful, not useful, very satisfying. That's the word. Not even enjoyable. It's a very satisfying. So, yeah, I'd like it to last it all the way through 5 years.